Welcome to the Papyrus Global TV Africa Entertainment News, where we celebrate the rhythm, creativity, influence, and global power of African storytelling. Tonight we take you across the continent, from Lagos to Johannesburg, Nairobi to Dakar, Kigali to Accra, as African music, film, fashion, and digital creators redefine global culture. Here are our top stories. Nigeria's Afrobeats dominance expands with new global chart milestones. South Africa's Amapiano movement strengthens its international crossover influence. Kenya's film and streaming industry records historic distribution breakthroughs. Ghana's creative arts sector surges with record festival attendance and diaspora investments. And across Rwanda, Senegal, Côte d'Ivoire, and Tanzania, fashion, film, and digital creators are building Africa's next cultural economy. African music continues to command global attention. At the center of this movement is Nigeria. Afrobeats has evolved from a regional sound to a global commercial force. Artists like Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Davido continue to headline international arenas, collaborate with global superstars, and dominate streaming platforms. Recent chart placements across Europe and North America reflects a structural shift. Afrobeats is no longer a niche category. It is a mainstream export. But beyond the big names, a new generation of artists is emerging from Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt, blending Afrobeats with R&B, street hop, and experimental sounds. Streaming data shows exponential growth in African listenership across Spotify, Apple Music, and Boomplay. Nigeria's music industry is now contributing significantly to GDP through digital revenue, touring, licensing, and brand partnerships. Studios in Lagos are operating around the clock. International record labels are expanding African decisions. Afrobeat is no longer rising, it has arrived. In South Africa, Amapiano continues its global march. Artists such as Kabza D. Small and Uncle Waffles are exporting the long drum heavy genre to Europe, Asia, and North America. Major international festivals now include Amapiano sets as headline attractions. The genre's rise is built on grassroots township creativity, born in Pretoria and Johannesburg, now dominating global dance floors. Amapiano's commercial expansion includes brand endorsements, fashion collaborations, and soundtrack placements in global films. South Africa's music export economy is strengthening, and Amapiano is at the center. In Kenya, the entertainment industry is undergoing a digital transformation. Nairobi's film scene is benefiting from global streaming partnerships, with Kenyan productions securing regional distribution deals across Africa. Local filmmakers are blending Swahili storytelling with contemporary urban narratives. Digital content creators are monetizing YouTube, TikTok, and subscription platforms at unprecedented levels. Kenya's comedy scene is also expanding, with stand-up acts selling out arenas and touring East Africa. Nairobi is becoming a creative capital powered by youth, tech, and storytelling. In Ghana, the creative arts sector is experiencing renewed momentum. Accra's December in GH festival season continues attracting diaspora tourism from Europe and North America. Music concerts, film premieres, and fashion shows are generating millions in tourism revenue. Ghanaian cinema is expanding distribution partnerships across West Africa. Fashion designers are gaining international runway exposure. Diaspora investment in studios, event production, and creative startup is accelerating. Ghana is positioning itself as a cultural tourism hub. In Rwanda, the creative economy is no longer treated as a side industry. It is becoming a structured pillar of national development. Government-backed creative policies are strengthening the country's film and visual storytelling ecosystem. Through targeted incentives, training grants, and regional co-production frameworks, Rwanda is positioning itself as a rising production hub in East Africa. In Kigali, the film community is expanding rapidly. Young directors are gaining access to structured cinematography programs. Screenwriters are participating in regional script labs. Producers are securing cross-border partnerships that allow Rwandan stories to travel beyond the Great Lakes region. Film festivals hosted in Kigali are drawing international producers, streaming scouts, and distribution partners seeking fresh African narratives. The emphasis is not only on storytelling but on technical quality, sound design, post-production, digital editing, and animation. Creative hubs are supporting animation studios, gaming concepts, music video production, and digital design startups. Rwanda's approach is strategic. Build infrastructure, nurture talent, attract collaboration, and protect intellectual property. The country understands a critical reality. Cul- Culture generates jobs. Film production stimulates tourism. Creative exports strengthen brand identity, and storytelling shapes national image globally. Rwanda is investing in culture as economic infrastructure, and the results are beginning to show. In Senegal, music remains both history and revolution. Traditional Mablaks rhythms built on Saba drums and layered percussions are merging with hip hop, Afrofusion, and global pop influences. This fusion is not accidental, it is generational. Artists are blending Wolof relics with contemporary production techniques, expanding Senegal's cultural footprint across Africa and Europe. The Senegalese diaspora in France and Belgium is amplifying these sounds through tours, collaborations, and streaming platforms. In Dakar, the live music scene is vibrant. Concert halls are filled. Cultural centers are hosting experimental performances. Underground artists are collaborating with established legends. Music in Senegal remains politically conscious, addressing youth employment, migration, governance, and social justice, yet it celebrates joy, dance, and resilience. Regional tours across Francophone West Africa are strengthening cultural exchange. Senegalese artists are collaborating with counterparts in Côte d'Ivoire, Mali, and Cameroon, building a cross-border Francophone entertainment circuit. Heritage is not being abandoned, it is being remixed. In Côte d'Ivoire, the rhythm of Coupe de Cale is once again dominating dance floors. Born in the early 2000s, the genre has returned with a modern twist, blending electronic beats, Afrobeats influences, and high-energy choreography. In Abidjan, nightlife is thriving. New clubs are opening, festival calendars are expanding, fashion trends inspired by music culture are reshaping urban identity. Coupe de Cale is more than music. It is fashion, dance, slang, and social expression. Youth-driven designers are aligning streetwear with music aesthetics. Influencers are amplifying dance challenges across social media platforms. Event promoters are exporting Ivorian nightlife cultures to Paris and Brussels. Abidjan is reinforcing its position as a francophone entertainment powerhouse, powered by rhythm, fashion, and fearless youth creativity. In Tanzania, Bongo Flava continues its steady expansion beyond East Africa. Rooted in Swahili lyricism and rhythmic storytelling, the genre has evolved into a cross-border sound connecting Tanzania to Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and the wider diaspora. Collaborations between Tanzanian artists and West African producers are increasing. Streaming metrics show Swahili language tracks gaining traction in Southern Africa and Europe. Digital platforms have transformed the playing field. Independent artists can now distribute music globally without relying solely on major labels. Social media marketing strategies are enabling musicians to cultivate fan bases directly. Bongo Flava is not just music, it is linguistic diplomacy. Swahili is traveling with every beat. Across the continent, African fashion is entering a structural growth phase. From Lagos Fashion Week to runways in Johannesburg and Casablanca, designers are redefining luxury aesthetics with indigenous textiles, bold silhouettes, and Afrofuturistic storytelling. In Lagos, emerging designers are blending Ankara, Ashoki, and modern tailoring for global buyers. In Johannesburg, sustainable design practices are reshaping production models. African fashion brands are securing international stockists. Global celebrities are wearing African designers on red carpets. Textile innovation is increasing. Sustainability is becoming central. Youth designers are leveraging e-commerce to bypass traditional retail limitations. African fashion is no longer a seasonal spectacle, it is export-ready industry. Across Africa, digital for creatives under 35. This is generational shift. The gatekeepers are changing. Tonight's One Throat echoes across Africa. Africa is monetizing it. Thank you for watching the Papyrus Global TV Africa Entertainment News. Subscribe to our channel for authoritative continental creative coverage. For interviews, exclusive features and daily updates, visit thepapyrusdaily.com. Follow the Papyrus Global on all social media platforms. I am Christiana Babayo. Bye for now. And Africa, keep creating.